Hi Pisces, welcome to your mid-March 2022 general love reading. This is your girl Mermaid Scales Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me here. This is a general love reading for the Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or any other strong placement for the sign of Pisces. This will not resonate with every Pisces that watches this message, and because this reading is general, not every single message may be for you, so please only take what resonates and leave what doesn't for someone else who needs to hear that message. And if this reading is not for you at all, Pisces, I highly suggest checking out your other signs and different placements. Hi, cross watchers, you're very welcome here if you're interested in a Pisces. Who wouldn't be? I like to remind Pisces and cross watchers that energy is fluid, and this simply means you may feel like I'm describing a certain situation in the reading where you feel the roles are flipped or reversed, and that's completely okay. You are more than welcome to use your own discretion to flip those roles if that resonates with your specific situation the best. Alright Pisces, let's go ahead and get this reading started. I will be using my sound bowl to clear and set the energy as always, so if you are listening to this using headphones or the volume's kind of loud right now, I do suggest turning it down a little bit just for this part because I don't want your ears to hurt. So let's get this started. Alright, so what is happening for my Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in March until the end of March? From now till then, anyone dealing with a Pisces, what is going on? What is the energy surrounding Pisces and love and romance spirit? What is the energy? What will be happening? Ooh! Pisces, we got the reconciliation card. And it says, someone from your past is returning to your life. Interesting. You know, Cancer got this card. So if some of you are dealing with a Cancer, or if you have Cancer in your chart, I suggest checking out the Cancer reading to see if there's messages for you there. Yeah, you know, Pisces, I feel like this is not for someone who does not want anyone from the past back, that hasn't been waiting for someone to come back. If you're onto the new, ready for the new, onto the next, and I'll save your time and tell you to click out of this video now. This feels like this Pisces, you knew this person and you were meant to be. And for whatever reason, divine timing, some sort of outside factor, someone wasn't ready. They just couldn't be in union with you at the time you really were hoping for. But Pisces, you feel the energy. You have that sixth sense that you've been, gifted with. You just knew they were going to come back and that you two had an unfinished story that, I don't know, it feels like the chemistry, the emotional, psychic cord between the two of you is so strong. It was not meant to end that way. And there was supposed to be some sort of lesson to be learned during this time of separation. I feel it's not so much of someone growing up per se, but it's more of someone really realizing how strong this bond is between the two of you, and it just can't simply be dissolved or broken. Someone could have like a shoulder tattoo or like a birthmark on their shoulder, I'm kind of sensing. But you guys have felt each other's energy during this whole time of separation. Both of you couldn't stop thinking of each other. Both of you have longed and missed each other. It feels very dual here. It doesn't feel one-sided. And if you've been wondering if they felt the same, if you've been wondering if, they miss you just as much as you miss them, absolutely, Pisces. The cord between the two of you is like a strong bind. This is a spiritual connection here. And although, yeah, you guys are physically attracted to each other, it was more of like something you found in one another that was so alluring to one another. Interesting. Let's keep going. Tell me more. Healing. Wow. So it says, old wounds and childhood issues need revisiting. Maybe that's why someone needed to walk away. Someone needed to break this apart because maybe Pisces in some way, what you guys were bringing about within one another was bringing up some really old wounds that needed to be addressed and healed in order for you two to be in alignment with each other. And when I feel this energy, it feels something of, you know, I don't know if someone had, you know, difficult childhood issues growing up with not trusting love, not being open to receive love. Someone could have, you know, grown up in a really unstable household, single parent, divorced parents, bad separations, witnessing karmic relationships from a childhood. And, you know, whoever had that experience, that was being mirrored to them through this connection. And the fears that came with that, you know, is love going to hurt me? Is love going to push me away? Is love going to leave me out in the cold when I give my all into it? Some sort of, you know, abandonment, neglect, rejection issues have been surfacing because of this situation. Now, I even feel for someone, I don't know why, but I'm getting this energy of someone who could have gone through a bad breakup, but I'm specifically hearing a divorce too. If it's not for you, hold out for a second. And that divorce really kind of took away from a lot of someone's belief in like marriage or, you know, having true love. You know, it really hurt their financial issues. It really made it hard because if they had kids, they had to split the kids and stuff like that. So with this connection reappearing in someone's life, it really had them question the old pains and the old anger and the old resentment they were still holding on in regards to love. This could be you, this could be the other person. Maybe both of you have similar stories as far as childhood, as far as what you two grew up with. And you kind of even talked about it and bonded with each other through that. But someone had to walk away because there was a wound that was definitely being triggered here. And I don't feel it was anything you did, Pisces. I don't feel it was like anything you said. It was just the vulnerability really scared someone. And I'm seeing the letter J, as in Justin, Jessica, first, middle, last initial can mean something to someone. And the letter S too, as in Samantha, as in Samuel, you know, those types of names there. But wow, someone's done the healing. Someone has most definitely done the healing. And I think through that fear of, you know, being rejected, being hurt again, putting your heart out there to be shattered, I think they realized that it was hurting more to be away from you than the thought of that happening. Like, so many times we find ourselves as human beings worrying about like the bridge to cross before we even get there. We worry about the future, we worry about what's going to happen, but that truly doesn't exist. What exists is right now. And during that time that they weren't with you, they were feeling the pain of what they were going through in that moment and realized maybe that they walked away or ran away through fear, through vulnerability issues, and those were truly things that they were projecting onto this that didn't even exist. I mean, yeah, the wounds were there, but like the bad ending they kind of almost thought was bound to happen. I don't know, Pisces, it's kind of like that case where they just wanted to walk away from this before you could hurt them. But they're coming back. They're realizing that they are not happy without you. They're realizing that you guys do have something special that is meant to build on, that is meant to grow and heal. And that's why they're coming back. They know it's not the end. It's not supposed to be the end, not yet. Someone could live by an airport or be like a flight attendant or a pilot. I'm just seeing a lot of travel. Maybe you guys live at a long distance now from each other where you would have to take a plane flight to one another, but that's just confirmation for someone out there. Could be dealing with an air sign, a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, or someone with that in their chart. Does not have to be the case. Let's get into the tarot. What is happening in Pisces love life, Spirit? Wow, 8 of Pentacles, Virgo energy coming right out here. Someone wants to work on this. Someone wants to dedicate themselves to this. Someone sees you as being valuable in their life. And with value comes effort, comes hard work. Wow. Let's keep going. Wow, yeah. Okay. So bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Cups. water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. You could be dealing with another water sign, perhaps someone with water in their chart. Doesn't have to be the case, but yeah, wow, Pisces, you really opened up their heart where they thought they were going to close it down, where they didn't think anyone could really open it in a way that could make them feel vulnerable, that could make them feel in a way that they could trust. You did it. And it was something that they weren't prepared for, ready for. But with this Page of Cups, there could be an age difference. Someone could be significantly younger than the other person. But yeah, I feel that someone's heart chakra has been healing, has been activated through this connection here. And during the whole time, even when you thought you were never going to hear from them again, that you were hurting on one end and they could care less on the other, it wasn't true, Pisces. I mean, they still, if you haven't heard from them, even right now in this moment, when they think of you, they have heart chakra energy going on here. They think of you as a very kind, sweet, caring person who is spiritual. I mean, some of you are definitely have a lot of spirituality is a big part of your life. Meditation, prayer, pulling cards, working with spirit. And I feel with this Page of Cups right here, Pisces, they've healed something during this time of separation, during the reflection of what you two have. And was it even fair to run away when that was the one thing that they needed to work on the most in order to be a better version of themselves? I feel someone has like an artistic talent, musical talent. Someone has a good singing voice, maybe. I'm hearing someone humming too. I don't know if that is something they used to do when they were around in the kitchen cooking, or humming to their song while they were on their AirPods, and someone didn't know they were, the other person could hear them, but they could. And maybe there's a song that you two bonded over, or that you both would listen to all the time, that even now when it pops up, you still think of them. But I think Pisces, with this Page of Cups, in the past, they're ready to move forward with this. They've healed. And because of that healing, they're ready to put in the effort that they needed to put in, that they want to put in. They're dedicated to this. They're dedicated in showing you this and how much you've left a mark on them, honestly. So at the center of this is the Eight of Pentacles, Virgo energy. Yeah, Pisces, this person's genuine here. Their intentions are authentic. Their intentions are coming from a good place. This isn't someone that is just going to, use you, take you for granted. Even if you felt that way when they left, or if they walked away or suddenly went silent, or whatever the case was, right, broke things off, it had nothing to do with, their pride, or with them, not being ready for commitment, not thinking you were enough. It had nothing to do with that. Again, it was definitely with this card coming through with the healing and the wounds that were surfacing. But now, Pisces, they're going to show you they want to dedicate themselves. They want to meet you face to face in person to talk about this. I don't feel like they could just settle this over a text message, over a DM, or over a phone call. They may message you to meet up in person, or to see if they can travel to come see you. But they're going to really put themselves out there to say, I'm dedicated now. I'm ready now. I wasn't before, but I am now. I've healed. I've healed because of you, Pisces. Someone likes to wear V-neck sweaters or V-neck t-shirts. Maybe you saw them last time wearing a V-neck. But yeah, I think, Pisces, everything's turning around now. They want to show you how dedicated they're going to be. They're going to tell you how much they've been thinking about this, thinking about you, what they know they want to work on, what they know they still need to work on, but that you'll be part of it. It's not just going to be leaving you in the dark, leaving you not understanding, the mood shifts and the energy changes that was going through with them before. They're here to dedicate. They're here to work. They're coming to stay, Pisces. But what's crossing this is the Ten of Swords. Gemini energy. So yeah, how this ended did really hurt you. Honestly, hurt the both of you, but for whoever had to walk away because of triggers, because of wounds, because of unhealed issues, I feel the other person just was not given clarity at all. You know, they may have used an excuse to end things, they may have used excuses to not text back, but they weren't ready to address and tell you everything that was going on within them that made them end this or sabotage this in some way. But it really did hurt the other person. The not knowing why. The, you know, the questions that kept on running through someone's head about, did I do something wrong? What could I have done differently? How could I have been more there? And for the other side, you know, they weren't happy at all. They thought that, you know, by running away from their issues or from their problems, that ignoring it was going to kind of just put that band-aid over it, but it didn't. It festered. And then they sat with it alone, really realizing that the connection, you bringing up these wounds for whatever way, directly or indirectly, was not the problem. The problem was that they weren't willing to solve it or address it or heal it until being separated from you. I think they really do regret ending it, or if they did break it off, or if they did just leave without notice. I think they really realized that they made the wrong choice. But Spirit is telling me that separated time was needed. Because without them really hitting that rock bottom, or without them really having it all lost, they wouldn't see how much that they can have with you in love and romance for themselves. You know, for someone out there, I'm not a clinical psychologist, I don't diagnose people, but I am getting this element even of depression, mild depression perhaps. And people saw a change in their life when they stopped, you know, engaging with you, talking with you. They noticed that they were staying home more. They noticed that they weren't getting out of bed, that they didn't want to go out. They were getting, you know, Uber Eats and DoorDash almost every day because they didn't feel like cooking. And I think for this challenging the whole spread, like, they know that the ending was painful for both of you. And if that is going to play some sort of course in what you decide you want to pursue this in, Pisces, they do worry about that. What's crowning this is the Four of Cups, Cancer energy. They wonder if you'll still feel the same, if you're just kind of over it. This is all their fears kind of talking, right? As they build up the courage, or as they build up the will to reach out. I feel they will, but you know, they do worry if time has passed to the point where you're just disconnected from it. That you've done the healing, you've done the growth, and that as far as pursuing this forward, you don't know if there's that much there anymore. For some of you, you know that it's going to take a bit to open up the way you used to. That it's not just going to be how it was when you first met, when you first started talking. It's going to take some time. And again, like Pisces, I think for some of them, they just tried to label the issues as being the connection, label the issues as being you. But again, that was never the real problem. The wounds were really starting to be brought forward because they needed to be addressed. I know I keep saying that, but it's like someone, when I tend to repeat myself, I know it's Spirit's way of saying and reassuring and planting that seed in the unconsciousness of someone who needs to know this because they got stuck with that idea that wasn't based in truth. They do think of the times where you guys hung out at each other's places, you know, cooked for each other, watched TV, binge watch Netflix, Hulu shows when they'd stay in, sleep in. I even get for someone that they were sick and you kind of helped them through that, took care of them through that. They like had a cold, maybe COVID, I don't know. And someone kind of took care of the other person through that. What's reading this is the King of Cups, Scorpio energy. So yeah, what I feel with this is that someone had to get really comfortable with their emotions. Someone had to really understand their emotions, and that not all emotions that come up are ones to retreat from, to run away from, to fight from, but to actually sit with it and decipher, you know, the experience, the pain, the joy, whatever's kind of coming up with, and how to use it or how to release it or how to transmute it. But Pisces, their feelings for you have always been strong. They've always loved you. They've always cared about you. And I feel now that from the page in the past now to the King of Cups, they really understand now their feelings, their desires, and how to be open with it and vulnerable with you. Because I feel that was a whole big issue here. And maybe even for someone, not because of anything you did, but trust was an issue too. But I feel that trust issue didn't come from, you know, a past third-party betrayal. It felt more from even deeper rooted, deeper seated from childhood. I'm even getting someone could have had father issues that still kind of pull at someone's heart to this day. Or maybe they kind of realized through those relationships with a father, that was kind of what was still being implemented in the connection between the two of you subconsciously. But for most of you, yeah, they're sure now. They're ready now. Their heart is in this, Pisces. Their heart belongs to you. And they want to make this work. They want another chance. They want another shot. And I think emotionally, they may owe you an apology. They know that. They feel that. And they're going to step up to that. They're going to take accountability for the emotions that they may have put you through. In the recent past, or in the past of this, we have the Two of Wands, Aries energy. I mean, the attraction has always been strong, right? I feel that Pisces, when they're around you, just the energy when they have you all to themselves at home in the bedroom, it all gets released. They're, you know, they feel like they can't control themselves, and maybe that was kind of linking to some sort of worry over some wound here too. The fact that they couldn't help themselves, but when they were alone with you on the couch, start to make out with you, push things out of the way so you can have more room on the bed, on the couch, anywhere, I guess, right? I'm seeing that whole push things off the table to have a good time, right? But that desire for you, that want for you, that yearning for you is still very, very strong. Someone's favorite position was doggy style with you. Just saying, not for everyone. But they still think of all those times. And that definitely, for some of my Pisces, you were the best in bed. They had the most attraction to you, the most spark to you, the most chemistry towards you, even if they were married before, in a long-term commitment before. It felt deeper and more passionate and more sensual with you. What you need to know is the Five of Pentacles. Taurus energy. Yeah, Pisces, just as you've been hurting, just as you've been confused, maybe for different reasons, they felt the same. They felt like now they don't have it all. Now that, you know, they're left here, you know, that light in their life is gone. That passion in their life is gone. That excitement in their life. They feel a little lost. They feel a little lonely without you. And again, if they tried, if people have flirted with them, try to message them, try to start something up with them, it didn't feel the same as it did with you. And they know they're not going to have that with anyone else but you. And with the Five of Pentacles, I even been hearing someone's having like house troubles, whether that's like technical house troubles with electricity, with plumbing, or even someone's needing to move out of their apartment, moving out of their home. They don't know where to go. For someone out there, maybe they've had to live at a friend's place, a parent's place for the meantime. But I think for most of you, this Five of Pentacles is telling what they've been through this entire time without you. And they don't want to be in lack. They don't want to feel like they don't have it all, or that they don't have anything truly. They felt a little sad. They felt, I don't know, they've just missed out on a lot, they realize, by not having you during this whole time. But these were the wounds that needed to be healed. And I don't think it could have been healed in the same way if you two were together. Not saying you wouldn't have helped. Not saying that you wouldn't have told them the things they needed to hear. But again, this was something they had to go through on their own to realize. And that was nothing that you could fix or that you could further develop. Winter was hard. I feel, you know, from the beginning of winter, whether that was December till the end of February, you guys haven't spoken. You haven't talked. But they've been missing you every day ever since. And that's why I feel they're going to come back. Or they want to come back. Definitely. But will they? What's going to happen? What's going to unfold? What do you need to know about the situation that is meant to happen, is meant to be in this timeline? We're going to go ahead and take this to Vimeo for the extended reading. I'm going to overturn this card here to show you the likely outcome, Pisces, of what's likely to happen from this, what they're likely to do. I'm going to pull some oracle cards as well to dive deeper into this connection, to ask Spirit if there's anything else you need to know about this connection, about this person. So if you'd like to join me for the extended reading, open up the description box and you'll find the link to Vimeo, which will take you to the extended reading. But if this is where you depart, Pisces, I really hope that this has resonated with you in some way, has given you clarity, insight, healing, and guidance in regards to your love life. If it has, please let me know. Drop a comment below, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. I love you, Pisces, very much, and I'll see you next time. Take care, Pisces.